All right, guys, we got another question, and it's a good one. It's pretty good.
It's a darn good one.
I'm here with Spider-Man. Just picked him up from the airport, and it's like 1:30 in the a.m., which is pretty late. We have Brick Fair tomorrow, so we're chilling here in the hotel. And Brick Fan asks us a question via message on YouTube. What is your favorite Marvel minifig, and what is your favorite DC minifig? It's an excellent question, so we're going to answer it. We're both going to answer it, well, because it's a little bit more fun. I'm going to answer Marvel first, and I'm going to have to go with Hulk, simply because he's my favorite all-time superhero, because he is the best superhero, and I just like him. Now I'm going to go with the bigger Hulk, not the smaller promotional one, although that's probably more my favorite. But anyways, now which one do I think is the best? Right now, it's probably say the best for me would be the Iron Man one that his mask lifts up. I think that one's pretty cool. So that's my answer for Marvel. But Hulk is the winner. Spider-Man?
I would have to say, I'm not going to say Hulk, although I would pick Hulk.
You just did, though. You just did.
But since you did it, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick one that's gonna surprise most of you.
Let me guess. Spider-Man?
I'm picking Captain America.
Oh.
And I think he's really cool. And here's another reason.
Toy Fair Captain America or
either
regular
one? They're both cool.
Avenging Cycle.
I don't think there's a Captain America in the works for 2013.
It's true. Well, there's Captain America 2 coming out, so there could be. We just don't know about it yet.
Right. If it is, it's beyond. So I think that battle pack could actually be like a Clone Walker battle pack, where in 2 years from now, it's $30 or $40.
That's true.
With Captain America and the few aliens you get. I've been picking some up when I go out, just socking them away.
I pick them up too, but then I don't pay for them. I just leave them on the shelf. But I pick them up and I put them right
you
back
put them back down. Look at them, even though we know what they look like. Put them back down. And,
I picked them up.
And I like his shield too. I mean, I like all of them. We're superhero fans, but I have to honestly say the Captain America one intrigues me.
All right. All right, on to DC now. Favorite DC minifig. And that's tough. We were talking about it before we hit record. Steven mentioned Wonder Woman. And that's a good one, but I'm not going to do that one simply because that's just, I know why he's thinking that, because we've never had her before, and she looks very cool. And so I'm going to go different just because of that. The Superman one's very cool. I don't know if I want to go in that direction either, though. And I'm definitely not going Lex Luthor. I'm going to have to go Joker's henchman. No, I'm just kidding. Or the security guard.
The security guard from Batmobile and Two-Face Chase, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go.
I just showed my identity.
For 2012, I'm going to go, and this is really boring, but I'm going to go Batman.
Which one? There's a lot.
One. The all black one.
I do agree. The all black one's the best one.
Which you can get for $5 in the jet ski poly bag.
Yeah, that's a great.
Might want to do that. That's actually one poly bag that's going to go up in value. Believe it or not, poly bags, certain ones go up in value a lot if you keep them. They'll like double in price pretty quickly. The only problem with that is you buy them for $5, you sell them for $10. That's a great ROI, but you're still only making $5. I'd rather make 50% on like a $100 set than 100% return on a $5 set. So I'm going to go Batman. However, looking into 2013, that's going to change. I love the look so far of that white Batman, and even the black hooded Robin.
Yeah, the Hoff Batman's unbelievable. Hoff Batman.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's clever. All right, your turn.
DC. That's a tough one. I love Batman. I'm a fan of Batman. I actually know Bruce Wayne. Not that that has anything to do with Batman.
We grew up on the original Batman, the one with Michael Keaton and the Joker.
That was a great one.
We watched it. Seriously, I'm not lying. We probably watched that one over 100 times.
That one's right up there with Star Wars as far as how many times you've seen it, even though you know the whole movie.
Yeah. We got a live one here.
Like the scene for us in the new one where the Dark Knight Joker grabs the guy's head and sticks it into the pencil.
Yeah.
What the Batman that we remember is where Jack Nicholson, the Joker, shakes the guy's hand and electrocutes him.
That would be a great set.
Burns his hand up. That scene's similar. But yeah, what a great set to have.
We do actually have a set from that movie this past year. The one with Batman, with the Joker's helicopter, the Batwing.
Yeah, that's straight. That's
from that Batman movie.
I am going to have to say,
you could go there.
Even though I grew up watching Wonder Woman, I married my wife thinking she looks like Wonder Woman. So I'm going to go Wonder Woman. Even though I'm not crazy about her superhero powers. They're decent. But I mean, you know.
She's got an invisible plane. How many people do you know that have that?
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. But Superman can, catch invisible planes. So.
And he can fly.
And he can fly. He can fly the invisible plane. I actually like that whole set. With the Lex Luthor does nothing.
The robot does nothing for me.
Yeah,
those other two figs are worth
the two figures are worth the $10 each.
Yeah,
for the set. And I do like all the Batmans. Really, I like all the DC stuff, especially that security guard.
Yeah, and what's exciting, we have that video where we show you all of the 2013 superhero minifigs. Maybe not all of them, but at least the ones that Lego was willing to reveal to us. Aquaman, man, that looks cool. Because I grew up watching the Aquaman cartoon, and he was just pretty cool. And I believe that there is a movie in the works for an Aquaman movie. You know how many superhero movies that are on the way? Tons.
And we want a superhero set from a superhero movie. We know we got it back 06, 07, 08. But with this whole line in 2012, none of them are from, I shouldn't say. The Avengers stuff is. But the DC stuff, none of it really, it was more the comic book.
Yeah. It wasn't Dark Knight.
So, how bad would that be, though, to get the Dark Knight Batman vehicles?
The Tumbler.
But, hopefully we'll see
Tumbler. Where do you think the white Batman's going? Where do you think that's from? Word on the street is that it's going to be in a set with Mr. Freeze. And since it's like Mr. Freeze, it's going to probably be in his lair or his laboratory or whatever. And since he's blue and those scenes are very iridescent, and blue and white and snowy and frozen,
he's going to freeze him.
Batman looks frozen in that scene. It's not a scene from a movie, although the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, maybe you could pull it from there. But I don't think his suit's white. And I think that's who was Batman in that one? It was either George Clooney or Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, I think.
That was awful.
The Val Kilmer, George Clooney days were bad.
We could have lived without
for
that.
Batman.
I always thought they should put Will Smith as Batman.
And
how cool would it be to have a black Batman?
Batman would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Keaton is no Adam West. Don't get me wrong.
Burt Young.
But he's a lot better than George Clooney as Batman. I mean, that guy went from ER. A lot of your moms still watch ER.
He was on Roseanne.
He kisses girls in the surgical room in ER. That's how he got popular. And then he went straight to Batman.
Yeah, Batman's not proud of that.
Those are some of DC Comics'
real Batman's not
dark days.
Val Kilmer was okay, but most of you don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, he
the current Batman.
If it wasn't for Iceman, he wouldn't have had that gig either.
The current Batman's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like Christian.
Jack Nicholson is definitely the best Joker.
Best Joker.
Heath Ledger did good though. He did good though.
He was a scary Joker though.
He was definitely
Nicholson was funny.
And I got to go with DeVito on the Penguin. Schwarzenegger for the Mr. Freeze. I'd like to see that redone. And see who they choose.
Robin could have done without him.
Yeah, they really need to get Robin in like a Dark Knight. They need to do. I watched a cartoon, although it's PG-13. It's called
Cartoons
like the Red Hood. It's very bloody.
Do you guys know who the next
Robin,
Batman is?
And it was very good.
Have you heard the next Batman?
No, the Amazing Batman.
Ryan Reynolds.
Batman
Is going to be the next Batman in the next series of films being created.
Who told you that lie?
I read it.
Where? On the Inquirer?
No, it was on like Yahoo News or something. That Ryan Reynolds.
He's Green Lantern and he's Iron Fist.
And he's Deadpool.
Deadpool, not
He was
Iron
Deadpool,
Fist.
wasn't he?
Yeah, not Iron Fist.
Horrible Green Lantern. The most awful superhero movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And I have nothing against Ryan Reynolds.
It can't be worse than the Green Hornet, though. That was awful. That was awful. The Iron Mans are the best. Boy, this is an 11-minute question.
This is our longest Raw episode.
Yeah, this is the rawest Raw. Iron Mans are the best. Even though the Hulk's my favorite, the Iron Man movies are the best.
Entertaining, fun, good action. Can't beat them.
Yeah. Then I'd have to go Hulk, but the last Hulk, not the first Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. And Captain America was good, but it's not really one of those that you want to watch again and again. I've seen it twice. I don't care if I ever see it again. Because it's so slow moving. But the Red Skull was a great villain.
Thor. Did you like Thor?
Thor was okay. There wasn't enough fighting in it. But I believe in Thor 2 we're going to get a lot more fighting, so I'm going to probably like that better. What else have we got? Green Lantern sucked. And then the Spider-Mans are good. And I heard we haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man.
I have.
But I've heard some people say it's the best superhero movie of all time. Is that true?
Of all time. Wow. I don't know. It's different.
Is it the best Spider-Man?
I do think by far what I did. I saw the Amazing Spider-Man opening night, and then the next weekend I went out and rented the other three just to compare. And after watching that one,
so you watched 4 Spider-Mans
in 2 weekends.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, man, the old ones are really like compared to the new one. I really love the new one. Big fan of that. I like the old ones, but
yeah,
they weren't even. I thought the new one was a lot better than the older 3. I mean, Tobey Maguire in comparison is like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. Just something. So I mean, how did that guy even get a job?
We were talking about Green Lantern.
No, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he was probably.
Like I know they wanted a nerdy guy to be Spider-Man. No one knows it. But that's like the new Spider-Man is like half nerd, half smart, half cool. That's 3 halves. Doesn't make sense, but that's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Whereas Tobey Maguire was nerdy, and that's it. Like there was no reason for him to get a girl. The new Spider-Man, I can see why a girl would like him. There's no reason Tobey Maguire's ever going to get a girl.
It's true.
And after watching it again for the second time, I was like, man, this guy's bad. And I don't think he's done a movie since. He's just living off the revenue from those 3 Spider-Mans.
And Cider House Rules. And he couldn't have been worse than Anakin Skywalker, though.
Well, I should have been Anakin Skywalker.
I could have been. Anybody could be better Anakin than that kid.
You would have been a good Palpatine when he was senator.
Yeah.
I would have been good. I would have been so much better. What's that kid's name? Hayden Christensen?
Awful.
I sound like him. I look like him.
You'd have been a really good Kid Fist stuff.
Yeah. Kid Fist would.
You just have to grow your hair a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. I'm working on it though. Maybe if they do a Clone Wars.
Let's talk about that scene. Because I did Palpatine's arrest, and I went back and watched Palpatine's arrest scene. And you know, Palpatine gets his mean face on. He does a couple flips in the air. You know, and then he takes out Kit Fisto, Agent Kalar, and somebody else standing there. Forget.
And it's almost like they lost their Jedi skill.
They just stand there and let him land. They see him flip in the air, and then they watch him land, and then he takes a couple steps, and then all three different swipes, he kills them. Kit Fisto, Agent Kalar, and the other one with the horns. Oh, Saucy Tin.
Saucy Tin, yeah.
And they don't even put up a fight. It's like, what have you been doing for the last 10 years at Jedi camp?
Yeah, where's that Jedi training get you? You saw the guy do corkscrews in the air and you just gave up.
Well, what do you think? Like, yeah, where were you on the days where you practice, okay, one day a Sith is going to come at you, and he could do flips because they're capable, but you want to be ready. As soon as they leave the ground, you want to have your lightsaber ready, move back so that you can fight. Where were they on that day?
Had they ever been in a lightsaber? I mean, now we know why the clone army was able to knock them off so easy. Because they didn't fight.
It's almost like you're questioning Mace Windu. Because Mace Windu picked 3 Jedis to go with him to arrest Palpatine. You're almost questioning, okay, buddy, why'd you pick these 3 clowns? Because they didn't put up a fight. I mean, those are the best you've got?
I mean, I think they did this with the lightsabers.
I mean, why wasn't Yoda? Where was Yoda?
Yoda just watched him die.
Yoda's a wuss, anyways. Yoda, he didn't do a whole bunch. Anytime he fought, he fought Count Dooku.
Palpatine pretty much took him out.
And he let him get away. Palpatine pounced on him.
So who did he beat?
And that's it. And then after that, for the last 3 movies, he went off in Dagobah and just told everybody else what to do. And just sat on his butt, did nothing.
As if he's some mighty warrior given the mighty council.
He's given all the wisdom, but he's got no plans. He's got no action.
And did Luke ever say, "Well, who did you beat? You want me to face my father?
No wonder.
You want me to axe off my father? Who did you beat?" And he couldn't answer.
No wonder Luke got his hands cut off, or his hand, that first time, because Yoda was teaching him. Yeah, this is how you do it. I've never done it, but this is how I think you should do it. Even though I've never actually beaten anybody.
At least Luke was smart enough not to go back to Dagobah and return the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's for training. He went back there, but for training.
Yeah.
But
he went to the Rancor pit instead.
But you wonder with George Lucas too. Okay, let's send 6 Jedi in and not even put up a fight. I'm about to have a great scene between Yoda and Palpatine, but these Jedi, I'm not even going to have them put up a fight. And to think my viewers are going to be like, oh yeah, those are good Jedi.
Yeah, and these guys can fight because weren't they in that arena?
They were, yeah, Geonosian
arena. So, and I saw them; they had skills. They didn't die, and they were up against like a huge army.
They did get bailed out by the clones.
So, like, what happened?
But in Mace Windu, he took off Django, right?
Yeah, Mace Windu. I mean, you have.
And isn't that not allowed?
You have Obi-Wan Kenobi. You have Anakin, who ends up leaving. But then you have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then you have Mace Windu, who's pretty good. Yoda, who's kind of a slouch, in my opinion. And after that, it kind of drops off very quickly for that next tier of Jedi. I guess Ahsoka had some skills, according to the
Do you
TV
think
show.
Mace Windu was jealous of Anakin? That's what I always wondered. I think he was.
I think the best, so that's it. You have Obi-Wan, Yoda, who's kind of a slouch. Anakin, you couldn't even keep on your team. And then you have all these others. You couldn't keep Palpatine contained. Darth Maul at some point turned away because, not to mention Count Dooku was the apprentice of Qui-Gon or was the master of Qui-Gon. You let him get away. I'm starting to question the Jedi's philosophies altogether because there's really only 2 that were even good. Then it falls off really quickly, and all the other good ones you let get away and turn to the dark side. So there must have been some major communication and marketing problems back in the day. And no wonder they all died in Order 66, because, like, you just let some clones shoot you with guns.
At least put up a fight.
That's it. That's all you've got. Through all the other movies, the first 3 movies, these Jedis are just whipping through all these battle droids and clones, and then immediately one clone turns the gun on you and you just give up. You're dead. All right, that's a long 20-minute question. We didn't get on any tangents either.